Hello, I am Glenyce Hughes, living in the magic of possibilities radio show host and this weekly TV show host. And yes, I have glitter on my eyes and on my lips. I'm not sure if you can see the lips that well, but it's so much fun. I have been playing with all sorts of awesome glitter and makeup for a while, and I have just been loving it. So today was really fun. Anyway, this is not what I came here to talk about. So this week's radio show is all about beyond awesomeness. And it's all about creating beyond what you never imagined possible. And I'll tell you what, I did that this weekend in a way that I honestly, never ever imagined possible. For years, probably 15, maybe even longer, I don't know, I have desired to write a book. And I've had all sorts of reasons not to write the book. I have had all sorts of justifications not to write the book. And I would start it, and then I wouldn't touch it for months or years. And this weekend, drum roll please, I wrote a book. I wrote a book in 2 days. More than 20,000 words this book is. How does it get any more beyond awesome than that? I am just thrilled beyond thrilled beyond thrilled, and it still amazes me that I was able to do it, and yet it kind of doesn't, because what I know is once we choose something, we can create it. Now, the writing it in 2 days, that's pretty fucking miraculous, I'll say, and I did it, and it was ease, and it was joy, and it was glory, and it took continuous choice. I was going to say dedication, and that is kind of the word too, but really the choice to actually choose it and do it and set it up. I mean, I chose it back in, I think it was in July or August, where I truly chose it. And that was the next time in my schedule that it was possible for me to kind of dedicate that sort of time. And I'm just so grateful. It's like one of those things that I always kind of felt like it would never truly occur because I'd really wanted it for so long, but I never actually chose it. And that was the difference. This weekend I chose it. I chose it, and I did whatever it took to choose it. And what was really cool was Friday was kind of like a bit of a prep day for me. And a few days earlier, one of my sisters had texted saying, hey, it's Mom and Dad's 49th wedding anniversary on Friday. We're going to do a little supper. Anybody who can join, come on over. And my first thought was, I can't do that. I can't. That's my prep day. I need to be ready. I need to go to bed early. Did you notice there was no question in any of that? So there's just so you know, there's a guy coming to work on our basement. And so if you kind of notice me turn and wave, that's what I'm doing because I don't want to stop the video. So I then went to question. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can actually ask a question here. And I asked, and it was totally light and expansive to go to my parents' celebration. And I was like, wow, okay, so cool. So what was I going to do in that time frame that I would kind of need to look at when I would do that? And it was really cool because it came totally ease with it in setting it up and looking at what actually was required. And it became this energy of, okay, well, if this is what I'm going to start off with Saturday morning, then what is required now before we leave? Did all of that. And not everything that I totally wanted to get done did I get done. And so I was kind of looking, okay, so maybe I'll get up earlier in the morning, or kind of like, what's it going to take to get that? And when we got home that night, it was like done. I was just like, done, and went to bed later than I normally do. So looked at that for me in terms of what points of view do I have about that? So what if I go to bed later or earlier, or get up later or earlier? All of the conclusions I had around that, cleared those, went to bed, woke up jumping out of bed Saturday morning, just really ready to start what I'd never really imagined was possible. And it was kind of like this challenge with myself of, am I going to show myself it's possible, or am I going to validate my reality that it isn't? And as you can tell, I proved to myself, I showed myself what was possible, and so grateful for it. So grateful for it. Maybe you joined me on the live Facebook thing where we celebrated with champagne. And if you did, thank you. If you didn't, you can still go look at it. And it was just a really fun time. And it is on my personal page. So you don't have to friend me. You certainly can if you'd like to, but you don't have to watch it. You can just go watch it right on my page. And it really was just this, this energy of celebrating something that I and most people in this reality don't believe is true or possible. And since I created it and I chose it, was really that piece for me to go, yeah, I did this, and then bring all my friends in and celebrate with me. So anyway, I really just wanted to share Beyond Awesomeness is totally a way of living. It's not just a one-time thing. It's not where it's just here in sprinkles and then gone forever. You actually can choose it all the time. And I invite you to my classes. I've got one in London, which is also being live streamed, so you're welcome to join us that way. If you're not able to join us in London, and then of course in Germany too, and that one will be translated into German, which is always fun. You get at least for me, I always get cleared so much deeper, it seems, when I'm in classes where there's multiple languages being spoken. So how does it get any better? All right, have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much, and I look forward to talking to you next week.